So we're going to start off the show with our RPs, and we're going to start with a big rest in peace to James Earl Jones.
Yes.
As most people remember,
I think you said it better earlier because I think the iconic because he's when it comes to. Is he like the top of the food chain when it comes to black
movies? Yeah,
like he's like top of the food
define
chain.
Food chain. Are we talking like ticket sales,
like
money
I'm just talking about like overall, like when you think of iconic James Earl Jones, and then I think of Morgan Freeman.
Mm-hmm.
Morgan Freeman, super iconic.
Denzel.
Yeah, so
Samuel L.
That's the food chain I'm talking of, and I believe that he's at the very top of it.
Because if he did like the boxing legend, was it Jack Johnson and stuff?
Oh yeah, he did Jack Johnson.
Lion King, voice of Darth Vader. Luke.
See, it's weird because James Earl Jones is remembered by different races for different movies.
Exactly.
Like Coming to America. You know,
yeah, and that's when he was on the older end. He was doing movies. He's been doing movies forever.
I just said Jack Johnson. He was like dumb young.
Wow. So it looks like he was only paid $7,000 for recording all of his lines in a few hours for Darth Vader. So that was the original amount he was paid. And
the royalty is like a month.
Hoping he got royalties off that. I'm pretty sure he did.
That's his voice. Yeah, you know it.
I'm sure we would have heard some sort of atrocity if he wasn't getting some sort of money off of being Darth Vader.
And what's so dope is that he's iconic not only to black people but to everybody, because Star Wars is you consider that a white. So yeah, so you
the
know
Lion King.
Universal.
Yeah, so you know he's iconic to everybody, but to black people, like he is the top of the food chain
all day. He's the OG.
Okay, so it looks like he was born in 1931 in Mississippi. It looks like his father left the family. He got his start becoming an actor in New York and Hollywood, working. Oh, he worked with Langston Hughes. I did not know that.
What happened to A Dream to Fur?
A Dream to Fur. I'm not sure, but it looks like Jones' family moved from Mississippi to Michigan when he was 5, and he had a stutter. That was something I do remember him saying. He grew up with a stutter, so he had a speech impediment as a child. So his fear of speaking almost made him mute until he got to high school, where his teachers helped him overcome his disability by encouraging him to read poems out loud. And he began to read poems out loud, and that's how he beat his stuttering habit. And I'm so glad he got rid of that. That would have been the worst shit in the world, boy.
When that voice came out, when that once that voice finally became distinguished,
Oh man!
What's a higher honor than being able to be known by voice only?
I don't know.
Like to be known to see somebody is one thing, but just to be known from your voice.
Does that leave the most iconic black actor, voiceover actor alive now? Is that Keith David? I don't know who else would be in the running, because Keith David is probably his voice. For black people, I would give Mark Hamill also a nod, because he was the
Keith
Joker
David,
in all those animated Batman series. So, yeah, there's been some legendary voice actors, and James Earl Jones is definitely one of them. And he also continued studying at the University of Michigan and as an Army Ranger before he moved to New York and started working in theater in 1964 on Stanley Kubrick's Dr. Strangelove. So, yeah, it looks like he started his career in the late 60s, and he was cast as Jack Johnson in the theatrical production of The Great White Hope, which was a career-changing role. So in 1967, you could say that was when he started making noise, becoming only the second African-American man after Sidney Poitier to be nominated for an Academy Award. So he was doing his thing. He was also in Roots, also Conan the Barbarian, of course, Coming to America, Field of Dreams, Hunt for Red October, Patriot Games. I remember him from The Sandlot, owning that big old dog, St. Bernard. Yeah, so I'm surprised they didn't put that in there.
His catalog can be put up there with any actor.
Yeah.
His catalog, his catalog, or Star Wars, his catalog is like that.
And his last role was in 2021 and Coming to America 2.
I'm sorry I did that. I apologize. You had to do that.
What?
Coming to America too.
Yeah, they didn't need to do that.
I apologize to him for having to do that because that movie was trash.
He did that by his own choice.
Coming to America too was
good.
Horrible.
Why? I mean, of course, naturally, you cannot compare it to the first one. Then on top of that, the length of from the first one to now, you know what I'm saying? Then also it was missing a couple of key.
You're just giving me reasons why it was horrible.
No, it wasn't horrible. It was fairly.
No, it was a trash movie.
I like it.
like don't lie and make it seem like it was a good movie.
I felt like it was all right movie.
Nah,
I'm gonna kindly disagree with
That's
you.
That's fine.
They could have left it.
Wasn't it PG-13?
Yes.
That's where they screwed
could have
up.
left it. They could have left Coming to America alone because now it's associated to that. Like Coming to America stood alone by itself, like one of the greatest movies ever. Now it's almost like Belly, where you're associated. Not saying Belly was one of the greatest movies ever, but have you seen Belly 2? Have you seen Belly 2?
No, Belly 2 was horrible.
Yeah, so you're associated with the worst. One of the
I didn't know it was out. Damn.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so in addition to some of his accomplishments, James Earl Jones won 3 Tonys, 2 Emmys, a Grammy, a Golden Globe, as well as numerous other awards.
True legend.
Yeah, just
well
a true
deserving
legend.
of them all. Yeah.
I mean, I don't need to feel. I really don't feel the need to cover every single thing
It's
he
no
did
need.
because
He's
his
just
name,
a genius.
Yeah,
his name says it all.
Legend, OG.
Yeah.
yes,
The filmmaking.
yeah, and I remember him from them phone
actor.
book commercials. C&P, Yellow Pages.
Yeah, and then like
His voiceovers is ridiculous.
the voice of CNN, like this.
Exactly.
He's the GOAT.
Right.
He's the GOAT.
I'll give him a goat as a voiceover actor.
He's
One
the
of the
GOAT.
greatest of all
I mean,
times.
you give him one as an actor.
Yeah, like,
Yeah, and
he's
as
the
a
GOAT.
regular actor.
So he got it on both ends.
His opening scene in Coming to America with them drums busted. He's the GOAT. He's the GOAT. No disrespect to Denzel or
No.
that next generation, but
it's definitely no disrespect. I mean, they both he's older than Denzel,
Yeah.
so they two different leads. Matter of fact, he opened the door. Him and Sidney Poitier
open the door for all
Denzel
the
and
black actors,
Yes,
the amazing black actors we have.
Wonderful black actor. So we're going to give a big rest in peace shout out to James Earl Jones, who's passed away at 93. Shout out.